Hey, welcome back to the channel. You know, it's crazy. It's been 3 months or so since I posted a video on here. And the reason for that is because there's been a lot of stuff going on. Now, one of which is I had a big project that I built out in my yard, great big garden bed. And I'll put a link to that video up here if you want to go and see kind of an overview of what I did. But that's not the only reason. The other reason is because I had a lot of work that I needed to do to fix up my shop, to get it back to the point that I could be back in here doing projects and recording videos. Now, some of it was kind of aesthetics. So you can see behind me that the walls are white, and I've touched a lot of that up, even over here and whatnot. I've done a lot of that painting. And I've got another wall, kind of an accent wall, if you will, that I did black, and I like it so much. Probably going to do a lot of the shop like that. But the biggest thing was that I had to redo a lot of the insulation in here. Through the wintertime, I had a lot of issues with this shop being, of course, heated because of glues and stains and that sort of stuff. But I was losing a lot of that heat through the roof, which can potentially cause issues. And those are issues that I don't want. So, one of the things that I had to do is I had to change the insulation in the ceiling. So, my ceiling here, I've dropped it all down to the cross ties, put up a poly vapor barrier, and then strap the ceiling. You can see some of it behind me kind of up here. And so it's going to be boarded eventually, but at least for now, it's now properly insulated. So that was a big project that I had to undertake. My shop is about 22 feet by 22 feet. And it's a lot of work running all that insulation and putting all that stuff up. And in addition to that, I had a lot of things that I had to move. Previous owner of this shop had electrical wires and piping and all kinds of stuff running all over the place. So there was a lot of prep work that I had to do to get this done. So this shop has taken me probably a month and a half to 2 months to get the insulation stuff fixed up. But now it's done. And it's amazing because now I can be back in the shop doing projects and filming some videos for you guys to watch. I've also gotten a couple extra things in here. I don't believe I've shown them to you before, but I wanted to kind of show you some of these things. Okay. First of all, first tool that I added, one that I'm really, really happy about, is this right here. This is my 6-inch Craftex jointer. Now I bought it used for 300 bucks. It was an absolute steal. The guy took amazing care of it, and I'm very happy to have it in my shop. I haven't even used it that much, maybe a couple of times, because I got it and then I had all the issues with this shop that I had to fix up. So that's one. But let me show you a couple of the others that I've got in here too. Now the other one that I've got is I first purchased brand new this 12-inch by 18-inch wood lathe. And I had a wood lathe long time ago. Used to love it. Not sure why I ever got rid of it, but I did. And so with the whole community really being into turning on a wood lathe, it really inspired me to actually kind of get back into it. So I picked this up probably about 4 or 5 months ago, and I've only used it a few times. I've got it mounted on my table. I've got the chuck for it. I've got all my grandfather's old tools down here that are all sharpened up and everything, and they're just waiting to be used. So this is something I'm going to be getting a lot more into this, and I'm probably going to do some lives or something like that with a lathe tool, because it's just kind of cool to watch stuff being spun on a lathe. I mean, personally, I love it. I think it's awesome. So this is another one that I was really excited about. Now, there was another tool that I had to get that kind of goes along with this. Let me show you. Now, remember I said that I painted one of the walls black. So here's one of those walls, and I absolutely love it. I think it's awesome. But the other tool that I had to get, it kind of goes along with the wood lathe, is to sharpen the tools. And so if you look right here, I got one of these sharpening systems. Now this is kind of a knockoff of some of the more popular brands, but it's made by Maximum, which is Canadian Tire. And it's a 220 grit wet sharpening stone with a leather strop wheel on this side. And I am so excited to really get in using this thing. I'm going to use it to sharpen my lathe tools all the way up to kitchen knives. And I'm so excited about it. And where I want to get something really, really honed in on my bench grinder over here, I've also put a felt wheel with some compound on it as well. So that's going to really, really help shine up some of the lathe tools and whatnot to make sure that they are incredibly sharp for when I start turning a lot of these projects. Now, those are some of the new tools that I've gotten here. And a lot of the other ones you've already seen. So I'm not doing a full shop tour, but I'll put a link up here and you can check out a previous shop tour that I did. But I just want to show you a couple other things. So first of all, up here you can see all of the strapping that I had to put on the ceiling, redone the light fixtures. Looks great. I've also moved some stuff around. So up here, I've got my air cleaner. Now, my air cleaner actually used to be above my rigid belt sander. And so whenever I was doing the videos, filming at my table, you'd always see the air cleaner in the background. Well, it's not there anymore. And that's because I wanted some of that, just a little bit of extra space. And I wanted to be able to use the wall that is above this area. So if you look up here, I've got the Timber Designs logo up here right now. I thought that was kind of cool, but that's not what's going to be staying up there. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be creating some shadow boxes and putting some stuff on display. This is a plane that my grandfather actually invented. My grandfather was a tool inventor at Veritas Tools. And so this is a brass plane, and it's actually engraved from Leonard Lee at Lee Valley Tools, saying that it's from a grateful employer. So this is going to be put on display in a shadow box up here. In addition to that, and this doesn't look like much, but this is a really, really old miter box. This was owned by my grandfather that he made back in, I believe it was late 60s, early 70s. Not a chance would I use this to cut any 90s or 45s because there's no way it's going to be accurate. But he built this box himself. So it's a memory. So that's going to be up here as well. So outside of that, I'm very happy to be back on YouTube. I'm super excited to be getting back into building a lot of these projects. I'm super stoked to have you guys with me throughout this journey. So there's going to be lots of cool stuff that comes up, lots of different types of projects and different things going on. So make sure that you stay tuned to the channel and hopefully you'll enjoy what's coming. We'll talk soon.